What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Ben Gaming video. I hope you guys are having an awesome day as always. Now, again, this is one of those videos again where I'm probably going to get some Xbox fanboy hate. I understand you're upset, well, you should be upset with this situation, but we have another game of Xbox's own studios that is actually yet again running better. Whether it's bugs or not is irrelevant. Currently, it is running better on the PlayStation 5 than the Series X, and this is getting very frustrating, to be honest. Everybody will take it out on me and say, oh, it's not a big issue, it's just, and you should be taking issue with this. This is a disappointing situation for the platform you have purchased, so you should be calling them out for this. So anyway, it's all a bit baffling. This is Digital Foundry. Patch notes describe a 4K 60 FPS performance mode, a 4K 30 FPS / 40 FPS quality alternative depending on whether you're running a 60Hz or a 120Hz display, and a 1440p ultra settings variant. This seems to have been delivered for PlayStation 5, but there are problems with Xbox Series X. The performance quality mode toggle does not work. The evidence suggests that Series X is locked to performance mode only. Disabling this on Series X doesn't seem to change anything, and visuals are notably cut back, not only up against PlayStation 5's quality mode, but also against the Xbox One X's 4K 30 FPS back compat variant you could play last week. Now, obviously, we all know this is a bug, but it should not be happening from Xbox's own studio. This is embarrassing for them. They have another game running better on PlayStation, and it's just really, really bad for Xbox customers. It's disappointing. This looks like a cut and dried bug we reported to Bethesda last week as soon as we noticed it, only for this tweet to emerge from the publisher on Sunday, suggesting that everything was fine, quality mode worked apparently, and it ran at 60 FPS too, seemingly targeting dynamic resolution scaling to maintain performance. Perhaps we were mistaken, we're only human, we get things wrong, just like anyone else. However, fresh captures told the same story. We're still seeing no difference between performance and quality modes, and in the rare instances where frame drops does drop on Series X, even this happens identically between the two modes. So it's broken on Series X, working on PlayStation 5, whatever way you want to spin it in the comments, because I know people will. We only have to look back on some of my previous videos where we had people making excuses about it being on an older version. However we want to spin it, it's running worse on the console that is owned, the developers owned by. Like, this is just really a mess. And we can listen to Digital Foundry's take on why this is happening. Let's listen.
Trying to think why this is happening. There shouldn't be a scenario where an Xbox studio is putting out versions of an Xbox game for PlayStation that are superior in any way.
This is what they shouldn't be doing.
You know, ultimately, it's not in line with the brand, which you pointed out in your video. If you're selling what you're marketing as the most powerful console on the market, the concept that you're putting out a PlayStation version that has any advantages at all over Xbox is baffling to me. And I guess, you know, possibly with the Shadow thing, it's an Unreal Engine thing. It might be, as you say, some sort of interaction with an API that's different. But do we see that on other Unreal Engine games?
I don't know.
It's not entirely sure.
It's been 3 developers in a row: Tango Gameworks, Obsidian, and Rare, all having this. So it leads me to believe that you know, there's something beyond those 3 developers.
The LOD thing.
So there we have it. This is Digital Foundry. These guys know what they're talking about. They are saying it is unacceptable too. It's not just a tiny Major Ben gaming channel that's irrelevant to the world. People agree that this is bad precedent for Xbox. If you are in the comments defending this and you are a Series X fanboy, you should be pushing back to try and make this better. This is bad for Xbox that they're allowing their games to run better on their competitors' hardware when they have better games already. They are doing better. They sell more systems, and now you're releasing your games in a worse state on your own console than the equivalent console. This is just shocking to me that Microsoft is allowing this to happen, because we all know the Series X can handle this. This isn't a question of PlayStation's better than Xbox. No, The Xbox can handle this. It's just these devs at Microsoft are, well, it's either two things. Maybe the Series X can't handle it. So which are we going to admit? Either the devs at Xbox are extremely lazy and are not optimizing for their own hardware, and Phil Spencer needs to get a grip and sort this out very fast, because this is every game that they've launched now, and also Fallout, a multi-plat game that's just been updated, or the Series X can't handle it. So it's either the devs being lazy or Series X just isn't capable, and we're all going to have to admit the PlayStation is actually a far better built console. It's one or the other, because this isn't just one game. This is now 5 games where there have been differences. I agree Grounded has a higher resolution, but there's still advantages in visuals in terms of draw distance and various other things on Grounded. But all the other games, Sea of Thieves, Pentiment, Hi-Fi Rush, have advantages on PlayStation 5 over the Xbox Series X. This should not be happening. Right now, if people ask me what console should I purchase, I would absolutely tell them to go and buy a PlayStation 5. Not only do they get the great exclusives on PlayStation, they get Uncharted, they get Last of Us, they get God of War. Both God of War games look fantastic, play fantastic. They get the Horizon games. They've recently had Stellar Blade. They've also had Rise of the Ronin, which is a fantastic game. Not only do they get all those titles that you miss out on the Xbox platform, they get a lot of Xbox exclusives, and they run better on PlayStation 5. Like, do you see how this is a problem? And you might say, well, oh, you know, most general consumers don't know about this stuff. Well, I beg to differ, because I've literally had phone calls with my work colleagues about this. They've been phoning me saying, oh, I've been considering getting Sea of Thieves or Hi-Fi Rush, and I actually seen it runs better on the PlayStation than the Xbox version. And I've said, yes, it does. You're well done for you for buying a PlayStation, because why would you buy an Xbox right now? It's completely stupid. And you might say, well, no one's actually seeing these headlines, but people are. These are big headlines coming out in the gaming industry that people hear about, and this is not just one time. This is all the games so far that are running better on PlayStation. This is very bad for Xbox, and somebody needs to seriously do something about this at Xbox, because it's yet again just leading to a lack of confidence in the brand. They just are, again, throwing away the console. They're treating the console users that buy their system as second-class citizens. They pretty much say go to PC, which is why I've gone to PC now. Actually, to rephrase everything I said, if I was recommending anyone buy a system, I would say buy a PC. If they can't afford a PC, I would then say buy a second-hand PC, because that would still be better at this point than both the consoles. And if they still can't afford a second-hand PC, I would say buy a PlayStation 5, because it's just the way to go right now. There's no reason to buy an Xbox Series X. Tell me one reason you would buy a Series X over a PlayStation 5 right now. I think maybe the only reason I can think of is Game Pass, but then on PlayStation you have PlayStation Plus anyway, and they're getting some pretty good games. Like, they have that Tales of Kenzura Zao game that launched day and date to PlayStation Plus. I think this month for PlayStation Plus was actually better than it was for Game Pass. So at the end of the day, there's some decent stuff coming there. I wouldn't say it's as good as Game Pass, because you don't get day-and-date games, but we just had disappointment after disappointment with Xbox. It's just been so bad. Starfield, 30 FPS. Redfall, launching at 30 FPS. Hellblade 2, yes, it graphically is going to look amazing. 30 FPS and sub 1080p performance. Like, it's before upscaling, obviously, but it's just disappointing. Like, it's just disappointment after disappointment with the Xbox brand right now, and it's just a shame. And I'm disappointed as well. I purchased one too, and it's just very, very sad that this console has just not lived up to all the hype. They sold us on the world's most powerful console. You heard Digital Foundry even say it in their own thing. This should not be happening on the world's most powerful console, and it's bad for Xbox. Like, it's simple as that. It's not just me saying this. There is a lot of people talking about this, and it's not a good look for them. Okay, so people defending it, you shouldn't be defending it, because this is what you're going to expect more going forward. So and you might sit there and say, oh, this isn't the main consumer basis that look at this stuff. Well, in the end of the day, the main consumer basis is buying a PlayStation anyway. Look at the sales figures. It's pretty simple. So thank you for watching, guys. Leave a like, subscribe. Hopefully we have some more positive Xbox news to talk about at some point soon, because it's just not at the moment. I know we've got a showcase coming up, which I am excited for, so hopefully that's going to be better. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you with the next one. Bye-bye for now.